It's like I got an incoming call. Kind of it ended it ended the video, but I'm gonna get back where I said I was gonna get verse 6. Let's see where I want to start at. I'm gonna start from verse 12. Verse 12, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 12. It says, "Wisdom is glorious and never fadeth away. Yea, it's like it. She is easily seen of them that love her, and find as such as seek her. She preserveth them that desire her, and maketh herself first known unto them. Whosoever seeketh her," when that her is talking about wisdom, all right, it's declaring wisdom into a woman. As we said, it says what wisdom is glorious. It started off with wisdom. It says, "Whosoever seek her early shall have no great travail." It says, for he shall find her sitting at his door. Right, Scripture says what, man? The Lord said what? He's at the door, man. Who shall open up into him? Roughly paraphrasing. All right, I'm gonna try to get that after this if I can. Where am I? It's like I lost my place. Oh, verse 15 it says, to think therefore upon her is perfection of wisdom, and whosoever watcheth for her shall quickly be without care. For she goeth about seeking seeking such as are worthy of her, showing herself favorable unto them in the way, and meeting them in every thought. All right, so this is wisdom. It says what? She goeth to seek is worthy of her. All right, that worthy is what? That discipline. All right, that's the discipline. Okay, wisdom is not just gonna come into anybody. Scripture just said, I just read, it says what? Scripture, wisdom shall not dwell in a malicious soul, nor be subject into a body nor come into a body that is subject to sin. Wisdom just coming into anybody. No, man, it wouldn't make wisdom precious. Wisdom is precious, man. Wisdom is a precious thing. All right, and it is a gift of Yahweh Shemi. I'll try to give you that wisdom. Okay, but just as he gives it to you, he can't take it away. So if you do wrong by that wisdom, if you mistreat that wisdom, then guess what? Eventually the Lord will take it away, slowly for surely. And I've seen it happen multiple times. All right, and it is a scary thing, because because the wisdom that gets taken away, the person that had the wisdom doesn't no longer had it, but he's in a trick bag thinking he still does have it, and that's a scary thing. And it really comes from pride. That's why it says what? Forward thoughts is the beginning of one separate himself from Yahweh Shai. All right. Verse 17, it says, for the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love. All right. And that's exactly what it is. That's why discipline is key. All right. Is key, is one of the key components. All right. Especially in this truth, man, having a great discipline. Okay. Because when you come into this truth, there's something that you might not like. Oh, I can't eat pork. I can't do this. Which that's very minor things. I'm kind of past I can't eat pork. But you have some jakes that's a stumbling block into them. When they look at it, and they be like, man, I can't do this. And it's not really the fact that that it's just the fact that really you're telling them they can't do it. Because if it was something else, they'll be all fine and dandy with it, Because go back in the room, I'm doing a sit down. It's really, they're all fine and dandy with it, Like, for example, my woman, she wasn't really a big shellfish eater and a big pork consumer until I told her she was a big shellfish eater, but she only, fucking women is I don't even want to get into that. But anyways, Jake really does it because they're all, but it tastes good, That's really their whole take because it tastes good. Jake goes off taste. They don't go about the health benefits, anything about that. But I'm not even going to get into, more of that. I'm just going to get into the discipline of it, all right? It might taste good. Okay, you might can add seasonings to it and make it taste fantastic. That doesn't negate the fact that the scripture says do not eat it, all right? That's a discipline, man, all right? Slacky. It says, and love is it's like verse 18. It says, and love is the keeping of her law, and giving heed unto her laws is an assurance of incorruption. All right, it is an assurance. What? Giving heed unto the law. The statutes, laws, commandments. Going back to the scriptures when, scripture says what? She shall meet it in every thought, man. Before you make a drastic decision, before you make any decision in your life, guess what? You should apply wisdom to that decision. That's going to make the decision have a better outcome and much more better. Scripture says what? Do nothing without counsel, man. All right. Now, sometimes you can just go with whatever the spirit tells you, But 9 times out of 10, you should be probably calling a brother, see what a brother say, see what a couple brothers say, Oh, the brother said this, because sometimes the answer might come that way too. Now, sometimes you might not have access to a brother where you have to call and, hey, brother, but that's why you have to, probably cast a lot. Ask you how about Shema Shah, which way is the best way, and he will make it known unto you, and it's it's up to you if you want to pick that way or not, whether you go in the spirit telling you go this way and you be like, nah, I don't want to go that way. I think I'm going this way, and then eventually later on down the line, it didn't work out for you because you didn't listen to the spirit, Let me read that over. It says, give heed unto her laws, and it is assurance of uncorruption. All right. And it says, and uncorruption maketh us near unto Yahweh, and therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. All right. So that desire of wisdom, that uncorruption makes us near to Yahweh, because Yahweh, what? He demands perfection, man. All right? Like we always say, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, demands perfection. That's why he has us going through the fire. That's why it says in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, it says an acceptable man in the fiery furnace of adversity, man. All right, so that's the Lord transforming us into acceptable men, okay? Bringing us through that fire, all right? That's why he has to look as what? Verse 19, and incorruption make us near unto Yahweh, all right? That discipline, all right? The discipline that we have to constantly endure, all right? Well, I ain't gonna say endure. The discipline that we have to constantly subject our bodies to be up under, all right? Because when you think of discipline 9 times out of 10 is not something that a person wants to do. Okay, that's why you're being disciplined. I've been talking about discipline so much. Where's it at? Where's it at? CIP. Discipline. It says punishment for a sake of correction. See, punishment for correction, discipline, physical punishment, teaching, suffering, instructions given, teaching, learning, knowledge, also object of instruction, knowledge, science, military discipline, pupil, student, or follower. Oh, this is disciple. No, this is discipline. Treatment that corrects or punish. It says order necessary for instruction. See, or this is a necessary thing. This is basically getting you in line to do what's right. Chastise. See, so that's the Lord really chastising us. That goes back to chastising, to correct. All right. So when you put your body into discipline, once you put your mind and your actions in a way of correction, you're disciplining yourself and you're correcting yourself. And why are you doing it? So what? So you can become more near to Yahweh Shem Yahshua, so you can put on that incorruption. All right. Because what you're correcting yourself for, what are you teaching yourself? What are you learning and applying the instruction for? All right. You're applying all that and you're teaching yourself from corruption to incorruption. All right. So it's a transition, and in a way to make that transition to keep going forward, to keep getting closer to the incorruption, is to apply that discipline. All right. As soon as that discipline goes out the window, then guess what? Wisdom is gonna follow it. If you just start doing willy-nilly stuff, not applying discipline, then guess what? It's gonna go all your works is gonna go right out the window. All right. That's why discipline is so important. Okay. So with that, Lord willing, I hope I can drive down the point. I was kind of slocky. I was kind of everywhere. It's just slocky. I forgot. I said I was gonna get that one scripture too. I just remembered. Thwadi Abashnasha. Slocky Bros, give me 2 seconds. I'm trying to find it. I forgot why I wanted to pull this out. Oh yeah, that's why I wanted to. Verse 14. It says, "Who says, whosoever seek her early shall have no great travail, for he shall find her sitting at his door." Yeah, and I had brought that. I had brought that up and says, yeah, and it's and you have to open that door. You got to open that door. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring this out because if you don't open that door, if you forsake it, then it says what? It says, that great travail. Whosoever seek her early shall have no great travail. And what's that great travail? Where was I at? Where the very last answer is? Likewise, that ye see all the things. Yeah, Matthew 24. And we already know the prophecies of Matthew 24, the things that's coming to pass in that scripture. And it says, verse 33, it says, so likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the door. All right. So if you don't open the door to wisdom, then you're going to open the door to these prophecies coming. And that's the great travail, man, because wisdom is going to keep you from all this. OK, wisdom is going to keep you from all that wars and rumors of war and that pestilence that's going to fly by night, man. All right. All that war, death, and destruction that talks about in Daniel the 12th chapter, a time like no other. All right, and Matthew is the 24th chapter, you know. But wisdom is going to keep you from all this if you open the door. All right, which I'm still trying to put open. Here it is. It was Revelations. The water, Yabashim Yashat, the water. Revelations chapter 3. And verse 19, it says, as many as I loved, I rebuke and chastised. Be zealous, therefore, and repent. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will not come unto him and will. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come unto him and will sup with him and he with me. All right. But you have to open that door. All right. That door is wisdom. That door is where it talks about in the 14th verse. It says, For he shall find her sitteth at his door. All right. That's wisdom. But what? You have to open that door and you have to sup. You have to bow your ear to wisdom. Have that discipline. Okay. And that's the Lord coming to teach you the wisdom and knowledge and understanding, man. All right. To various men, whether it be through a video, whether it be through another brother. All right. Whether it be through like I said, yeah, through video, through another brother, through you coming down and hearing it, you know. But you have to open that door. All right. Yeah, it was Revelation. I don't know why I was thinking Matthews for some reason. I thought it was in Matthews. I thought, Yahushua, did say because it was in red, but I don't know. I was thinking it was in Matthews. But anyways, Lord willing, I hope this video was edifying for you brothers out there. Slacky, I know it was, everywhere, but I hope I kind of driven the point to, that I was trying to get. Hope it was understanding. It was edifying overall. That's the biggest thing. I hope it was edifying for you brothers. And until next time, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Bashem HaKakodash, and double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And Shalom.